Well, it's always a special day at Primetime Local News when Brett Kissel joins us. Brett is so busy and has taken the time out to speak with us to talk about everything going on in his life. Brett, thank you so much for joining us today.
No, the pleasure's all mine, and I so appreciate that you always make time for me. I feel like I'm a part of the big crew, so thank you very much for having me part of your family.
Well, Brett, I think we have to say, if we look at 2023 for you, that you've really had, I have to say, a hell of a year. This Compass project has been
Yes.
something else. It's such a big undertaking to do something like that. Where do you go from here now? Do you try and top that, or do you relax a little bit, or what's going to happen with your life for a bit?
Y- it's a great question. There's definitely a lot to consider, and I always try to top, whatever it was that I've done before, and try to do something unique and something interesting. The Compass Project certainly was all those things: very ambitious, very unique, very interesting for my fans and the industry alike. But the reality here now is that I've learned over the last 10 years that it's really important to actually stop and smell the roses, and that's something that I've rarely done over the course of my career or my entire life. So I'm going to take a bit of a different approach and see where inspiration is going to strike and see what creative juices are going to flow if I just take a moment to stop, breathe, and reflect. Doesn't mean I don't want to put my foot on the gas pedal by any sense, but I just feel that there's a bit of maturity that comes with being in this business for 10 years on the national side of things and international side of things, and being able to chase after my kids and spend a lot more time at the farm. Inspiration always does strike in the most unique ways. So I'm just waiting for that to happen, and then I'll know what lane to travel down. But never stop to smell the roses. So that's what I'm going to do especially over Christmas.
Well, in regards to the Compass Project, the latest release was the North album, and this is all live stuff. Brett, is it a bit more of a challenge recording live? Did you find, or was it not that real big of a deal?
It wasn't a big deal at all. It was so fun. It was so fun. Um, One of my favorite things about the North album is that I was able to go with my band, and because we've actually recorded every show that we've done for years, like 7 or 8 years. So for me, getting a chance to go back through the archives and sit down with the boys in the band and say, do you remember when we played Calgary Stampede? Remember that first song up? Or do you remember, 2 summers ago when we played in Anchorage, Alaska, opening for Sam Hunt or Brad Paisley? We were able to actually make a list of our favorite shows. Then we're able to go through the archives and find our favorite songs from those favorite shows. So when you listen to the North album, the live album of the Compass Project, and you listen to Airwaves, it might be live from Toronto. You might listen to She Drives Me Crazy live, from my hometown of St. Paul at Centerfield Music Festival. So it's really, really cool that we're able to actually, for the North album, take this national approach to it, which I think is the most unique way to have ever done a live album.
Now, you are going to be going out on tour still in support of the Compass Project. One of those dates is going to be in Bonnyville. So there's a chance for your hometown and area fans to see you. Tell me about the Bonnyville show. Are you excited about that? And is it going to be maybe some Christmas stuff infused in there too, or straight Compass songs? How's that going to work?
I'm not exactly sure what the set list is going to be because I've got so much material that we really just look at the crowd and we say, okay, where do we want to take this crowd tonight? What journey do we want to put them on? So there's a very good chance I'll play some Christmas songs, especially, I've got this new song called I Want a Massey Ferguson for Christmas. And that is actually the number one most added song at Canadian radio. It's the number one Christmas song right now in Canada. So um, to me, like, we're going to have a lot of fun looking through the set list because anytime you come to the hometown, it's actually a lot more special than so many of the other venues because I actually might be able to go and take everyone on a journey from the early days, especially if I see somebody, from my childhood or something like that. So that's what makes the Bonnyville show so special. And we don't have many tickets left. I think it's just under 100 now. So we'd love it if we could sell that show out. And people just go to brettkissel.com. You can get your tickets, and we'll have a great hometown party.
So, Brett, what is a Kissel Christmas going to look like this year?
Great question. I call it the Christmas tour, which means we start here in our home, Cecilia and I and our 4 kids. Then we'll go out to the farm for December, 23rd, 24th, 25th. And we spend that time with me, Ma, Grandpa Bear, all the cousins. Then we're going to come back into the city to spend time with Cecilia's family. And we're going to enjoy that time with them. That's 2, 3 days. Then we spend time with my brother and my dad. And then we do that around December 28, 29, 30. Then we've got a big New Year's show in Edmonton at the River Cree. So pretty much from December 20th to the 31st, there's a different family gathering that CC, the kids, and I are either going to host or attend for 11 or 12 days straight. So it's legit a tour.
Well, Brett, that seems like it's going to be a great time and a nice, it's kind of a break when you got to see family, but also kind of work sometimes too. So I hope it all goes well. And we appreciate you speaking with us as always. Happy holidays and best wishes to you and the rest of the Kissel clan.
Thank you very much. And Merry Christmas to you and yours and all your viewers. And can't wait to see you in Bonnyville at New Year's and hopefully in 2024 a lot too.